What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Civilization 6 as China. We made the Oracle in the previous part. Quite happy with that. It looks beautiful near my river. Quite happy about that. We are well on our way to getting a prophet so that we've actually found a religion. And we will be the second player to do so after Japan made Stonehenge. Right next to my stone. He stole that. But he made Stonehenge and he got a profit because of it. And when you make Stonehenge, you get one free great profit, like instantly. So we can already see that Japan is definitely striving to get a strong religion, first of all, and then spread it around the globe. If we look at, let's see, religious victory. Yeah, there are already a couple of civs. Everyone that I've met, actually, is already getting a lot of faith per turn. We're actually not getting as much because we are, first of all, getting that actual religion going. We want to get those great profit points. After that, we're going to worry about actually getting more faith. For now, we're good.
Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants.
Alright, so now we actually completed the research on currency, and because of that we can make a new district, which is the commercial hub. This mostly revolves around getting more money, more gold, and it gives you an extra trade route capacity, and it gives you points towards great merchant. So it is a great district. We just have to see whether or not we really want this straight off the bat. Where is it? There we go. We found an encampment that is deserted, apparently. Now what we're going to do is we're going to buy one of these two tiles and we're going to build the Hanging Gardens Wonder there, which will increase growth in all of our cities by 15%. And it's, you know, throughout the game, so it's really good. Let's see. Build a watermill. We're about to actually get a watermill, so we will boost this and that will give us a nice boost towards construction. Then we can finish that, and we need to finish it for games and recreation, so we'll be able to finish that quite quickly as well. So that's pretty good. Everything is sort of coming together there. That's what I like to see. My scout's kind of just scouting. I mean, that is good, isn't it? That's what he's supposed to do, so I'm not complaining about that. We're also going to get a next settler in the capital after we finish our watermill, so we can settle down here. We found this in the previous video as well. Look at that. So beautiful. We found that in the previous part, and there's a lot of resources down here. It's looking really good. We already have a warrior standing by to make sure that nobody swoops in and steals this. We're not going to be able to actually stop anybody that wants to take that, you know, city, or that spot for a city. This is bad. Yeah, we need more housing. Alright, well, the good thing is that we are about to get more housing, so I do like that. And I didn't notice that we just actually got the tile that we were looking at. We could actually get a different one as well, but that's alright. I mean, this is a pretty good tile, so I might just make the Hanging Gardens there. We're just gonna go ahead and do that. And as soon as we get our builders out there, they're gonna be able to boost the production by, like, you know, 4 or 5 turns every charge. That's quite good. I've sent a trade delegation to you with gifts from our land. Teas, Serays, and Sitars. Alright, thank you. Apparently Gandhi's, Levent has been defeated. Come on, Japan is murdering all of my allies, and I don't like it. First, they came for, Carthage, and I wanted to do a little quest for Carthage and get some production, but that's gone now. And now they took Leventa. I do not like this at all. Alright, so it's 21 turns, and now it's 18, so it's about 30 turns per builder charge. It's not great, but it's not terrible, and it is obviously a very, very powerful boost that only China gets, and I like that, so I'm going to keep using it. Now, it does only work in the early game. It only works for, I believe, classical and ancient era wonders, which means that the, let's see, you can basically only get Stonehenge, the Hanging Gardens, what else? The Colossus, the Great Lighthouse as well, and the Colossus, you can get those. And then Petra, and the Terracotta Army. And then in Civics there was, obviously, the Oracle, which we made, and the Colosseum. And then there's the Great Library and the Mahabodhi Temple. I'm probably butchering that name to death, but you know that you can also boost that with your builder. So basically, when you're playing as China, you sort of get to pick, you know, which of these wonders, probably around 3 or 4, am I going to grab with my builders. It's really powerful because nobody else can boost it quite like that. All right, there we go. Get over there. All right, keep boosting it up. 14 more turns. And then, you know, after the next builder is done, all right, doesn't look too bad. But after the next builder is done, I'm just gonna let them finish it by themselves. They don't really need more builders to come in there. Because this guy's like 2 more charges, and that should really make sure that I get the wonder. I'm gonna send this guy north, actually. Seeing as we don't really know what's out there. And the water mill's almost done. Yeah, let's slowly go after this guy. Apparently they're guarding a village as well. Here it is. I'm gonna want to grab that as well. The watermill actually isn't even that good. I'm mostly getting it because it's quite easy to make. It doesn't take too much production. Alright, work on the watermill has taught your workers much about construction practices. Your knowledge of construction has advanced considerably. So 2 turns left and we'll have it. So that's really good. Japan, I do not understand what you're up to. But I know that I do not like it. So now in the capital, we have a lot of choices. Honestly, I really think we ought to just go with that settler. Just because we want to, you know, make sure we actually get this spot because it's so good. And after that, we can, you know, we can make another building, another builder probably, and then we'll make another settler. We'll settle somewhere over here, get some of this iron. Maybe... probably here. Like, we want to be next to the river, and we want to get all these resources surrounding it. I mean, this is kind of out of reach, but, you know, get the, or here, maybe. That would get me the iron, the stone, and that rice as well. And, rice is actually really good. Once you improve it, which we actually did near the capital, you get 5 food from that 1 tile, so it's really valuable. And absolutely worth it. Alright, so Chengdu is out of housing right now, which is why they're growing so slowly. Actually do that. But as soon as the Hanging Gardens are done, we're gonna grab a granary here, improve their housing. And obviously the bonus from the Hanging Gardens are gonna give us more food. Is gonna give us more food. Grammar's hard, guys. Help me. Alright, get some more spice up there. So this is already tundra, so we know that that's kind of the edge of the world. Alright, let's give our warrior just a nice little combat strength increase. And also it gets healed, so that's pretty cool. And let's see. Alright, so that's the last boost. 4 turns remaining. That's really good. That just is really good because I think it took 25 turns when we begun. And it's already almost finished now. So I'm just hoping that nobody else swoops in. Because this is so early in the technology tree. But I think we're good. Your new skills in construction will surely help create venues for games and entertainment. Your progress toward games and recreation has advanced considerably.
The 4 building blocks of the universe are fire, water, gravel, and vinyl.
So now we can make the terracotta army, which I am not interested in at all. And siege towers. Which if we were to go to war, that is going to be pretty nice to have. Build ancient walls for engineering. We might be able to actually do that. Let's see. How long would it take? 6 turns, so we can actually do that. Yeah, we're gonna just do that after the settler. Just get some decent walls going. Yeah, just keep going after them. We'll get a little bit more experience. And once we actually clear their little camp, we get a little bit of gold as well. It's you know, tiny amounts of gold and experience, but it's still decent. Apparently we're trading with Vilnius, which I like. I'm getting no benefits from this. Alright, never mind. It's garbage. But at least, you know, we have a road. Which is not helpful in the slightest, but we have it, so that's a thing. Let's go kill this scout with our archer. Oh, look at these gardens. They are coming along nicely. That's going to be really good. If we manage to properly balance our housing and our amenities, oh no. Looks like Japan is already here. Ready for that settle near the iron. Alright, hold on. He is... Alright, so this is the edge of the map already. Like the blue stuff, that's the edge of the map, so we know that we've seen everything we needed to see. Alright, the scout ran away, probably over there. And we can finally claim our great prophet. So we are the second person to actually get a religion, which is real nice. And let's finish this. Right, yeah, Toronto wanted us to actually get a great prophet. So now we have 2 envoys with Toronto. We get a little bit extra production when making wonders, buildings, and districts, but only in the capital. But still, that's a nice little boost to have. I'm not complaining about this. And we can now found our religion. Now, in Civ 6, you actually have a lot more choices as to what you want to pick. Because I think in Civ 5, you only really got to choose basically these and like existing religions, and then you could change the name. But now there's like all these weird things. There's a turtle. I'm gonna go with the turtle. That looks good to me. Tortoism. It's I'm just gonna pronounce it like that. So, let's see, we already have a pantheon. We could choose our belief. So, shrines and temples provide food equal to their intrinsic faith output. That's not bad. It's a nice little bit of extra food. You can purchase campus and theater square district buildings with faith. That could be pretty good as well. Relics have triple yield of both faith and tourism. I don't know how good that really is, but if you are going for a tourism victory, that would be a pretty good choice. Shrines and temples each provide extra housing. That one's real good. I like this one. Then there's plus 1% production for each follower, and plus 1 amenity in cities with 2 specialty districts. So I'm gonna go with religious community actually, just because I love that extra housing. And then you can choose another belief. And it's a whole list. I'm not actually gonna talk about all of these. But let me just consider the best one. Let's see. There is a lot of these. Normally, I do like the pagodas, just because those give you even more housing, but I feel like that's a little bit overkill if you get both a shrine and a temple and a pagoda. That's like a whole lot of housing. I think I'll actually go with a mosque, because those give you a little bit extra faith, and they allow your missionaries and apostles to spread your religion 1 extra time, which is really powerful. So I'm going to go with that. And the formation of a religion by your great prophet inspires deeper thought on the nature of the divine. Your progress toward theology has advanced considerably. And we have to have a shrine to get missionaries. We have to have a temple to get apostles. And we have to get, let's see. This religion must have spent an apostle to launch Inquisition before purchasing Inquisitors. So that's all like later in the game, but we'll deal with that. At least we got Tortoism going now, and that's beautiful. All we gotta do is just make sure that we build a shrine so we can actually spread it. And then we want to spread it to at least our second city, and possibly a few city-states. I don't think I want to spread it to Japan just yet, because they're gonna be very, very angry with me. And obviously that's bad. And I have seen that sometimes civs are going to be extremely angry with you for spreading a religion in their city, even like hundreds of years after you've done it. So that is something to be careful of. You want to make sure that you can actually fully convert them, because if you don't, they're just going to be very, very angry. So we're going to get rid of this. We're going to get the extra influence points. And what I would like is a great scientist, I'm thinking, because those are actually good. For example, builders and settlers, that's still good. I still stand by those. Yeah, let's go. Let's see if we can maybe get a scientist soon. All we gotta do is make sure that we also get a campus, which is sort of the scientific district. What is going on here, man? What are you even doing? And he made Tokyo incredibly close to me. Man, this guy's been building a massive army already.
The ascent to the highest story is by stairs, and at their side are water engines, by means of which persons, appointed expressly for the purpose, are continually employed in raising water from the Euphrates into the garden.
Yes. Look at that beauty. So we got the hanging gardens. It all worked out in the end. And it looks beautiful next to the river. I like it. I like it a lot. So we're going to finish the granary here. We have a settler now, and that's great. I like that a lot as well. Let's see. We can only have one trade route. I would actually love to get a second one just to get a road between my two cities, but that's clearly not going to happen anytime soon. Unless we were to make a commercial hub, but, you know, I don't really want to. So we're going to make those walls, like I said I would. Alright, so my ideal city spot has been stolen. I don't know why he would do this. I mean, this is madness, what he's doing right here. In fact, let me just make sure that I actually get the tiles that I care about. Let's see, is there anything over here? The sheep aren't really in danger, but I want to make sure that my capital has all the space that it's going to need to keep on growing. Alright, you're going to have to heal because you're in trouble. But we're going to grab that village as well in the next turn. Alright, you're dead. You should never have come here. This is your mistake, not mine. Rip in pieces. Alright, so let's check that out. Alright, there isn't too much going on here. Zanzibar's kind of garbage. Although I would not put it past my old friend Hojo to still go after Zanzibar. Because apparently this guy is a murderous freak in this game, and he really just wants to see all city-states burn to the ground. There you go. Yep, Chengdu needs housing. We are working on that. Alright, a little bit of extra gold, not bad. Because I can use that to buy more tiles. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Alright, so we're good there. I would maybe like that tile, but that's a little bit too far. Let's make sure that this city also has all the tiles we need. I basically want to try and get all these floodplains. So this tile and that tile I want to buy, and then we'll make sure that Tokyo doesn't grow too big. Because if he steals too much of my land, I might actually consider going to war later on. Because what he just did is extremely disrespectful. Actually, let me discuss this with him. Don't settle too close to me. Oh, you didn't notice that my city was so close. Sure you didn't. And now he's angry that I moved cities near his, or forces near his cities. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. Right, let's send a delegation to Gandhi. Not interested, alright. I mean, it's free cash. It's literally free money, but okay. She respects strong militaries, which mine is not. Because I have not been prioritizing my military. And I honestly stand by that still. I don't like that at all. We're gonna have to buy these two tiles. Because these floodplains are actually, there's a lot of food there. And I would be surprised if he does not want those very, very badly. Basically, as soon as I get the cash for this, I will be buying the floodplains. Alright, you know what? Just, let's have this guy explore by himself and see if he gets into any shenanigans. He probably will. He's gonna get himself killed. These scouts that I'm training are amateurs, but oh well. We do have 2 dies though, so one thing I might be able to do... Wait, didn't I already trade them away? Maybe I didn't. Hi, man. I did trade them away. Alright, that's a bummer. Alright, it's a little... That deal did not end up the way I wanted it to at all. Alright, how about you? Maybe it would give me like 60 gold. Really? That's too much? To ask? 50. No, that's too much. 40 gold. Maybe 30. 30, okay, you know what? You know what, Gandhi, why don't you take that stick you got in your hand and shove that right up your city. Alright, so we're gonna go back. I was hoping maybe I could get some cash and we would be able... Alright, let's heal. And if we were able to get some cash, we could just buy the tile immediately, but I guess we're gonna have to wait a little bit. Alright, so we got this warrior here. Oh, so he's upset because this warrior is sitting here. Yeah, sometimes the AI will do stuff like that, and they'll settle right next to one of your units or one of your cities. And then, you know, they'll get upset that you're next to them. It's a bit weird. Makes absolutely zero sense, but alright. It's just one of those things that is going to require a little bit of tweaking. I'm guessing that stuff like that, hopefully, is going to see some adjustment in patches and stuff like that. So I'm going to go with... Let's go with ironworking, because we are not that likely to actually get an iron mine anytime soon. Let's at least get started on it. We might switch gears later here, because there is some iron here.
History is the version of past events that people have decided to agree upon.
Alright, so this gives us a policy that makes our campus district adjacency bonuses a little bit better. Thing is, we don't have a campus, so... You know, what's the point? There is no point. That was my point. So we founded a religion. Yeah, let's just finish games and recreation, because why not? I want this guy to actually escort the settler that I have. And we are about to finally finish our granary so that Chengdu can grow a little bit more. They should already be getting some really good food because of the hanging gardens and their amenities and stuff. Completing walls around your city demonstrated the principles of engineering needed for aqueducts and catapults.
If bread is the first necessity of life, recreation is a close second.
Alright, so we can get extra housing in all cities with at least 2 specialty districts, which right now is, you know, none. And we can make entertainment complexes, which is a district that will give you more amenities. These are actually really nice as well.
One man's magic is another man's engineering.
Alright, we can also make aqueducts now, which will give more housing. You gotta make those next to rivers and stuff like that. But those are also really, really nice to have. Let's get rid of this one. We're not gonna build any settlers right now. And let's grab... Wow, alright. Don't really like most of these. I guess we'll just go at 1 extra production. Not really a big deal, but it's at least it's somewhat helpful. And let's grab theology then. And alright, so you go with that settler. There we go. And then in Chengdu, which now actually should be growing after we pick the right tiles, that is. That doesn't, why would you even make that choice, game? It's the same. It's like, it's the same. What are you doing? So we could make another set of ancient walls or some, like a water mill. I honestly think, though, that we could benefit from having a few more units around. Just for safety. Because I have the weakest army in the game right now, and I would like to get Egypt to respect me slightly more. That would be pretty cool. Already winning that technological victory as well. Culture apparently as well. I don't know where I'm getting this from. Probably from, I'm guessing my wonders or something. It's a bit strange. Alright, so what we need in the capital, though, really is a shrine. So we get more faith, and that we can also get, missionaries and spread our religion. I feel like a holy site might be a good idea. Actually, this is a great spot for that. Thing is... I still want this tile, so I'm gonna buy it. Just gonna buy that real quick, make sure that Japan doesn't get anything too good. And we're going to get a holy site over there as soon as we can. So we gotta save up a little bit of money. In the meantime, I really think we should make a builder, actually, just for some improvements here and there, maybe some farms. Yeah, we're gonna grab a builder. Or... No, let's get a second archer. That seems like a good idea as well. Slightly bigger military. Egypt declared war on India. Oh, man. Japan has already denounced Egypt, like, immediately. Why would you ever declare war on Gandhi? That is just asking for problems. Because people that actually fight Gandhi get an extra sort of penalty. Alright, so we now got an escort formation going. This is also new, so we basically linked the settler and the archer together, so they move as one. It's extremely useful, and I love that it's in here now. Don't want to upset Egypt, or I mean Japan. Gonna be a little bit more careful there. And we're slowly gonna make our way towards this area and settle there. And that way we can finally start working on a little bit more maritime projects. Alright, there you go. It's a little slow, I have to admit. Alright, this guy's pretty much ready to go back out there. At least we know there's no other civs out there, so or in this area, I mean, so we should be able to settle here. Possibly even settle another city around here, if we want to. The thing is, we got no river here. But we are able to make an aqueduct there. Within this city, and then we'll still get, you know, fresh water. It'll just take slightly longer than we would possibly like to. Alright, so there we go. Archer's ready to go. 140. Alright, so we are actually going to grab that builder. Just for the improvements in this area. Hello, what are you doing here? Why are you, stalking around? Do you want to get out of here? Old man with dog? There you go. Well, maybe stay away from this guy, like he's gonna shoot you with his bow. You're gonna get yourself killed. What is all this? I mean, look how big his army is. I don't even know how that's possible. It's a bit much, honestly. So we can actually get a second district going, and honestly, that does seem like a good idea right now. Because we don't really have any other project we need to focus on. And I feel like we should really benefit from certain districts, like a theater square for more culture, or an encampment so we can get stronger units. It will give you a lot more production and, you know, more experience for your armies and stuff like that. Actually, I might want to make an encampment here because that tile's garbage otherwise. So we're gonna have to save up and just buy that tile. In the meantime, let's actually grab that monument just for the extra bit of culture. And, you know, monuments are those types of buildings that you always make either way. I mean, that is another like 20% increase to our culture. Don't know what just happened.
Only because he takes seriously what the gods made for fun.
Alright, so we can get Holy Site adjacency bonuses. This is going to be really good for us. And we can also make the Mahabodhi Temple, which will give us 2 apostles. And it must be built on woods adjacent to a Holy Site district with a temple. And you must have founded a religion. But more importantly, it allows us to actually make temples so we can get apostles. But this is actually really nice for us. So I'm going to put that right there. And just like that, we're getting a bunch of extra faith, which is really good. And we are about to set our next city. Valletta declared war on Gandhi. Honestly, I am really worried about all these units that I'm seeing. And it might... How did he even make all of these in like... It's been like 90 turns. He's been making nothing but barbarians. It's a little bit insane what he's doing here. Build an encampment. Defensive tactics is you can't really be sure if you're going to be declared war upon, so that this boost is sort of a gamble. And we got one more envoy. I guess science in every campus district might be for the best. Receive cinnamon and cloves luxury resources. That's actually really good. I want Zanzibar on my side. I've decided. Because those extra amenities, so I'm now their suzerain, which means they're basically my ally. But in this game it says, you know, you are their suzerain. And you can levy their military, I believe, if you can afford it, so you can actually move their units around. I haven't done it yet, but it sounds pretty good. But you also get a unique bonus for every one of these, so we got some nice luxuries, and we also get the ownership of their deer and their sheep. which doesn't matter in this case, but with some resources, it is actually quite nice to just get access to them in that way. It's not bad. Now this tile, it's time for me to buy it, because Tokyo is going to grow soon, and it might grab this tile, which I don't want at all. And we're going to settle in the location that I discussed. And because of that, gaining a city on the coast has given your civilization insight into navigating the waves. Your knowledge of sailing has advanced considerably. So just because of that, we, let's see. Let's go scare that guy away. So we got that boost now. That's really nice because I wanted this quite badly. Sure. Why not? I guess the first thing we want to make would be a granary. You know, the game is saying build a bigger military, but I obviously would not want to do that here. Because that's going to take forever, and then the units would be quite far away. I would much rather make more military units in the capital and in Chengdu. But I am a little bit worried about Japan. They seem to be gathering an army on my borders. And it's a pretty large army. I don't like to see that at all. Alright, no longer suzerain at the Zanzibar city-state, so someone else actually sent one of their envoys there. So now we need one more. Alright, listen, man, I've been telling you this. It's time to stop. Get away from me. Alright, so in the capital... I honestly would love to make a temple, but again, you know, we do need to get a bigger military, so I'm going to make a heavy chariot finally. And over in Chengdu, we can now get the pyramids over there as well. Which is nice, but alright, first of all, let me just buy this. So there we go, we've basically stopped Tokyo from stealing my tiles. So that's all good, this is what I wanted most of all. And maybe stealing the pyramids might not be a bad idea. But I kind of like the food, though, that we're getting from these tiles as well. And that, you know, one extra build it's decent, but... I mean, that is 5 charges, though. That's quite powerful. And at the same time, I feel like we could really benefit from things like, you know, the walls, obviously, for defense, and a holy site. You know, we still need that, but that's going to take a little bit longer before we can actually get this tile. I just cannot afford it right now. We do have a builder at the ready. Screw it, we're going to make the pyramids. I decided. I am so sorry, floodplains, but I am ruining you by building the pyramids on top of you. Alright. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it here for now, actually. I think we made some really good progress. In the next part, we're going to rush the pyramids and probably build, or start building a holy site, I'm guessing in Chengdu. And I'm thinking either a campus or an encampment in Xi'an, just so we can either get more science or defend ourselves more properly against Japan. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next part.